Ostrich fern here. We're picking up some fiddleheads, and the time that you want to look for these is in the early spring. This is the 5th of May, and the black flies are starting to come out, and the trilliums are in full bloom. So when you start to see the trilliums, that's the time to start looking for the ostrich fern. Now, here's a really nice batch of ostrich fern here. These here have gone by. They're unfurled too much, but there's a little group right here which are just about perfect. Now this is what we're looking for right here. The telltale signs of the ostrich fern are these rust color, papery like substance which they're covered in, and they have a very deep groove inside the stem. It's a very deep groove, much like a stalk of celery has. Okay, a lot of the other ferns don't have that groove, and that's a telltale sign right there. There's this deep groove and the brown papery like substance. And I haven't seen any other fern possess those two qualities. You want to pick them when they're really no taller than, say, 8 inches. Okay. And generally, I don't leave any more of the stalk than what is shown here. These here are unfurled a bit, so I wouldn't pick those at all. Well, now that I went ahead and showed you how to identify the ostrich fern, I'm going to show you another variety here. Now every fern, when it comes out of the ground, will have a fiddle type head on it. Okay, but that doesn't mean that they are fiddleheads. Now back in the years ago, I tried to eat these, and these taste like ass. All right, these are no good. This isn't what you want at all. And to my knowledge, they're carcinogenic. Now these are the most commonly mistaken ones for fiddleheads. People learn about fiddlehead ferns, and they go out and they see this fiddlehead, which I did about 15 years ago, and gave them a try, and you can't get them clean, and they're just horrible. Okay, quite a difference between the ostrich fern. This is a round stem. It's a round stem. It's covered with white fuzz that just doesn't peel off easy. Okay, you just want to avoid those. The ostrich, nice deep V with the brown husk, papery husk that comes right off. Okay, so it's when you compare the two side by side like this here, you know, there's really no comparison. Okay, you can't mistake one for the other. Now, when you're looking for your ferns, you're looking for that deep V in the stem, but you don't want to be trying to identify ferns later in the year, like after they've gone by. Like here is this variety with the round stem with the we don't want. But if you break off some of these old stems, they will display a deep V in them. Okay, now I'm really not sure why or how it goes from this round stem to that, but they do when they dry out. So when you're looking for that deep V, you want to do it at picking time, like we are today. We don't want that one. Now here's the other variety that I was describing a minute ago. These come up, they have a small fiddle type head on them, but the stem is very, very small. Okay, that's about an 1/8 inch diameter or smaller. And here is the ostrich fern. Okay, no comparison. But this, the reason why I'm showing these is there is a slight V, very slight V in the stem. Okay, and I'm showing this so you don't mistake these for the ostrich fern. You know, because there is a slight V, and somebody might come in the woods and go, "Oh, these are ones they got a V in the stem," and eat them. But this is not. I don't know the name of this variety, but you want to avoid these. Again, See the difference in the size of the fiddlehead. This is about the size of a dime, and that's about the size of a $50. Okay, so now you're seeing, this is the ostrich fern, the one we want. A little type one with a little bit of a V, we don't want those. And these hairy ones, we don't want those. Okay, this is what you want right here. Now all we need is some brook trout. Okay, once you get your fiddleheads home, you're going to want to get all this husk off of them. And if you only have a few to do, of course, you can just peel the husk off by hand. It comes right off. But a batch this size, we usually draw a sink of water. We fill both sinks up, and we do 2 rinses. We just dump them in. You see already a lot of the husk has come off. And just swish them around. And a lot of that husk will come right off. And most of the husk is off already. And then as I'm taking them out of the sink, I just give them one last little look-see. These come out really decent. Real good. Now you don't want to eat these raw. You want to make sure if you boil them, you want to boil them for at least 10 minutes. And if you just steam them, a good 12 to 14 minutes is wise. And the cooking fluid will turn a reddish brown. So if you see that, there's nothing to be alarmed about. That's what to expect. And these are coming out real nice and clean, real simple. Well, here we got a nice batch of fiddleheads, all cleaned up, ready for cooking. We're gonna put these in the steamer pot, steam them up, and then saute them in a fry pan with some butter and garlic. And they're really good. A little black pepper, a little salt. Very good. And you can also marinate them. So if you have a nice big batch of these, you can marinate them and can them. They're pretty good that way too. Well, that should be all you need to know to properly identify the ostrich ferns. Enjoy!